he's really filling in under the gun here, and I appreciate the job that he's doing. Amen. I was Brandon's principal at Manna Christian Fellowship, and he was one of the few students that we could say this about, that there wasn't ever much need for a whole lot of oversight or supervision on his behalf. You simply pointed him in the right direction and he began his work. He has the distinct opportunity tonight to be the valedictorian of his class. Amen. And salutatorian. Most likely to succeed. Most popular of his graduating class. Best looking in his graduating class. And he said amen to that one. Praise the Lord. But you know, I want you to know that had Brandon been in a class of 200, he would have still been all those things. He's that quality of student. I love him. I know it has to be very precious for Pastor Metters to be able to present the diploma to his son. There's been a great deal of sacrifice on the part of the Metters family for the cause of Christ here in Bartow County, New Covenant Christian Church, New Covenant Christian Academy. So I'd like Pastor Metters to come and to have the blessed opportunity to present the diploma to his son.
I had the privilege to be my daughter's high school counselor in the public schools, and the year she graduated, I had gone back to the university to do advanced graduate work, and I was not privileged to be a part of her graduation exercise and ceremony, but it does give me a great deal of joy and with a great sense of pride as the pastor of New Covenant Church, which is a sponsor of New Covenant Christian Academy, to present to Brandon his high school diploma. This is not on the program either, but I think it would be appropriate for us to have a little clarification as far as how long New Covenant Christian Academy has been in existence. Officially, I suppose that we can say that New Covenant Christian Academy has had the support of New Covenant Church for 3 years. 4 years ago, we were faced with a dilemma. We were faced with the decision of having to homeschool our children after Manna Christian Academy closed down, or to place them back in the public schools. And we had very strong feelings for Christian education. And I went to the elder board of our church, and at that time they weren't really sold on Christian education. I didn't want to force the issue. And I said, my wife and my brother's wife would like to have an opportunity to come under the covering of New Covenant Church in providing education for our children. It would be no responsibility on your part. We just ask you to be the covering. And at that time, my wife and Carol, my brother's wife, who is here with us tonight, took the responsibility of teaching our 2 children and their 2 children. And we picked up a couple of other stragglers. Not really, but 2 other students. I want to do something a little different at this time. I'd like for Nancy and Carol to come up here, and I'd like for those 6 original students to come up here on this platform right now. Shannon, Valerie, Brandon, Lyle, Tina, and Tim. This is the beginning of New Covenant Christian Academy right here. Amen. And I'll tell you, it was a great year. It really was. I mean, you talk about intimacy. We had intimacy that year. And I think it'd be very appropriate for us to recognize Nancy, my wife, and Carol, my brother Raymond's wife. I'd like for us to just give them a real good hand right now. I'd like for my brother Raymond to stand his feet for those of you who've never met Raymond. Maybe you've seen him on the PTL television program. Amen. Raymond was our associate pastor back about that time, I think about 4 or 5 years ago. And he is the director of workshops at PTL and has been just recently named the principal of the academy there. I said to Raymond last week, I said, I offered you the job here and you refused me. Why is it that you accepted that job? He said, well, your offer wasn't quite the same as their offer. Amen. But we're just real happy that Raymond and Carol are here with us. So let's give all the ones on the platform here, let's give them a
I do want to say that I appreciate your work for my graduation. I do have my share of outstanding stuff. Well, just recently I've realized that I consider every one of these students one of my closest friends. I want to keep it that way. Those who are wondering what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to some college or commercial, major commercial law, and I'm happy to say that I represent the student body of the Christian Council.